I have a strawberry milk coffee. I went over to the supermarket really early this morning. We'll get into that. Pick up some coconut water for my morning matcha, and then I was like, I want a little strawberry milk, so I got some of that too. But I did something really fucking stupid the other day. I was half asleep on my phone, and when I was really little, I used to be really good at running. I wasn't like amazing, but I used to place, and I used to always get into like the second heat for sprints as well. For someone that was so petite, and I was like the youngest in my class, like by a lot, because I skipped a year. I kind of was thinking about it the other day. I was like, shit, getting in like the top 15, I was really in the top 15 out of like 100 kids. That's actually good for cross country. So I remember thinking this, I was like, because every time I did a talent quest or a competition, dance competition or something like that, I'd always place in the top 3. And I think that framing of, if you're never in the top 3, then what's the point, you're not good, is like, has actually really fucked me up in terms of what success is. Anyways, I was thinking about running, and I was like, oh my god, I actually really missed that feeling of running. So it was like late at night. It would have been like midnight or something, and I was like in and out of sleep, and it popped into my head, couch to 5k, and I was like, oh, I should try that. So here's the thing. I tried to do this months, if not years ago. Probably years ago, I downloaded it to be like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna run. Because it just looks so good. Like I'm a walker, but I get this like itch inside of me that's like, I just need to like fucking bolt. And so I download the app because I get this like nudge in my head of like, hey, you should do this. Like this feels like, remember those days when you used to run and you loved it? Remember those days you used to go to spin class and you loved it? That sort of like started like gnawing in my head. Anyways, so that's been like gnawing at me. So I download the app, and it says like, trial 7 days for free. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do that. This bitch has apparently already done that. Apparently I have used up my 7 days from however long ago I attempted to do this. And I just press OK, and it's like, ding ding, payment received. I'm like, what do you mean payment received? What do you mean by that? $50 later. $50 later, I'm sitting there like, well, committed now. So for those that don't know, Couch to 5k is an app that kind of babies you into being able to run 5 kilometers. I live by the viaduct, I live in the viaduct, and there's always like, every Tuesday there's a 5k run. And I'm like, well, that could be my goal. I could sign up to the 5k, like the social 5k in 2 months, because it takes 8 weeks. It's been raining this week. The first day I did it, it was like easy and like great, and got up early, and instead of, I just framed it in my head of like, well, I do this anyways. I get up early anyways, I do my little yoga, I go for a walk, and then I come back home, and that's 20 minutes, great. We're just adding in a couple of minutes of running here and there when the lady tells me to. Yeah, I don't know, it's just like a really good reframing. And so, but also because my feet are still recovering, I have been working on different exercises. So been looking up like ankle exercises and stuff, and oh my god, my Achilles is so much better. So I'm like, this is like so good. Like it's all worked out. It's all worked out. So Tuesday was was it Tuesday or was it Wednesday? I can't remember. Wednesday, it was like torrential rain. And usually at like whatever time I run, it's like around where I live, it's like super busy because it's like the place where you run. No one was around and I was drenched. I think I have a clip I can put in, but yeah. So that's the update of this week. I'm now a runner, guys. So that's fun. Yeah, 50 fucking hucks later. Jesus. But, that's fine. I am living out my fantasies of when I was like 7, when I wasn't allowed to run. But today, I've actually had like a really shitty week mentally. I deal with like depression quite a lot, and I've had serious trauma in my life, suffer from extreme levels of PTSD, and like, mental health for me has always been like it's like a blessing and a curse, I find. I don't run away and hide from it. I used to because, society and all of that. But it was just like one of those weeks where I was working on something and it just like made me cry, and I couldn't stop crying. Anyways, so my mental health journey has been wild and long, and it's one of those things of like, I've been through, if you could name it, I've probably been through it in my life. Like, I'm not shitting you. Really like wild. I just had one of those weeks where it's like I just couldn't stop crying over like nothing, and like I've got so much to do, but I just had this thought of like, you know what, nothing bad is happening, but I can't cope. And I used to not let myself have these moments to be sad for like being sad for sad's sake, or just like deciding to just like binge watch something all day instead of like doing something productive. Because I don't know, there's something, when you've been told you're broken your whole life, it's like you can overcompensate. I don't know, I just had a really shitty week and I couldn't stop crying. But I feel okay today. I think the running is actually really helping. Like it feels really good. I think a lot of it was going to see Devil Wears Prada. I went on Wednesday. Wednesday was a busy day apparently. Because again, it was like torrential rain. And I went to go to my favorite cinema in the city and it was packed. There were so many people there. Usually it's like empty. If I ever go during the day, it's like empty. But there were so many people there. It was so fun. It was just kind of nice. Like there were so many groups of girls that all went together and I got all dressed up in my like, I don't know, my boots and a black dress. It was cute. It was so fun. Today, the plan is I need to go to Newmarket. I want to ride a little bit, and then it's a what's gonna happen will happen sort of a vibe today. I will finish getting ready. I will do my hair, get ready. What time is it? It's now 9 o'clock. I've been up since 6. Aces, let's go. I don't know if I want to wear this today actually, because it just reminds me of like, what's her name? The like Miss Congeniality. She's like, I'm gonna get chip-faced. Oh no. Do I wear this or do I wear something else? I'm so fucking cold. I am just so cold. And I feel so disgustingly bloated and like, oh, everything I own is like cropped. Ugh. Or like tight. I don't want to wear anything tight. I kind of like, do I just tuck in the shirt? We're going with the blue jacket. Okay, that will do. I mean, I just feel ugly. So that was way too fucking cold and I don't want to do that again. So I actually got a lot of work done, which was quite good, but just it's too cold and I don't do well in the cold. So like that was ice, like icy, like it used to be. I used to live in a place where it used to snow and it felt like that. Which like I haven't experienced in a really long time. I can't believe I like literally like have just had this reminder of like when I was at uni or like even at high school when we used to go out to parties and it would literally be snowing outside and I'd be in like I don't even know what outfit, just like shorts and like a top. We used to just be like, oh yeah, the alcohol blanket, and like would be fine. I used to just run around and like nothing, and like big heels as well. But I used to be able to just do that, just go out when it was snowing and be fine. So now I'm like midday with a huge coat on and like 3 layers and I'm like, no, it's not even like minus any. I think the wind chill is making it 5 degrees, which is like why it's cold, but I think it's like 8, which is crazy because I used to like live in like negatives. Anyways, I bought a salad kit for dinner and I'm just gonna like shove in some chickpeas and call it a day, I think, in terms of dinner. I used to cook up a storm every day and now I can't be bothered. Anyways, we'll see what I do for the rest of the day. Probably not a lot. It's probably if I'm still sitting here in like an hour just because I've like doom scrolled something online or like watched Buffy, like that, I wouldn't put it past me, but I also wouldn't like feel bad because like I just feel like shit right now. I don't think anyone needs a reason to feel like guilty for feeling sad. I think that's my big thing. I get really annoyed when people are like, we have no reason, nothing bad's happened. Like from someone who's gone through like shit. Like I really dislike that when people do that. Like, no, you're having a bad day. Like, you're allowed to have a bad day and you're allowed to like feel shitty. That also goes for people who like have gone through shit and then they don't realize that a bad day is still a bad day. So it's like two-sided. A bad day is a bad day. Anyways. Oh my gosh, I've just been sitting here for, I'm not shitting you, 2 hours. It's 5 o'clock. I've just been working. This is like my setup. I literally sit and I talk. This is not vain. I promise you it's not vain. But what I do is I talk to myself in the mirror when I'm trying to bounce ideas. Like, no one else can understand this little brain than me when I'm trying to work through a problem. And it is, sorry, I'm just downloading something. So I don't know if that cut out. I'm pretty sure that cut out. Sorry, I'm like trying to transport things between devices. But like, you know how some people use ChatGPT to like talk and like bounce ideas off? I do that with myself. Like, I don't need to have an AI bot do that for me. I can do it myself. So I need to fake tan. When I was at the mall, I went and got my favorite fake tan. This is La Tan. This is dark, ultra dark salon quality tanning foam. And this is the violet base for olive skin tones. Because if you didn't know, I have olive skin, which basically means I just have a really yellow undertone. So that's why if I'm not tanned, like during the winter, I look ill. And people have commented on it throughout my life. It's like been a regular comment that I look ill and sickly. And I'm like, great. I just need a tan for that sake, just to like get people to like shut up. But I really like La Tan because they do this for like different undertones. And I've had like darker skin tone friends, like from brown friends to black friends, all friends in between, and who fake tan literally just because it helps color correct. Yeah, anyways, I don't know if that's the case for like everybody, but that's just a few of my friends who've been like that. So anyways, so I've got this for tonight and this takes 3 hours. I typically leave it on for about 2.5, 3. And then I also have some leftover mask, which I will probably do. This is Plump and Quench Strawberry Cream Mask. So this is gonna be a fun night. Probably will not take you along with the journey because this requires some nudity, which like I'm not willing to do online. Anyways, so I feel better. I think sitting here, honestly, I don't know if it's like sitting in here and like having my little Dyson. Can you see him? My true love, my fanboy, keeping me warm has been really good, so. I need to stop it. That can't be like the ending transition.